Mic check. Mic. This is how loud I'm going to be talking during the interview. Mic. I gotta make sure my hair looks good in the freaking lighting shit.
This is Washed Up Gtramp, episode 2. Who are you and where are you from?
My name is Jacob Ivory. I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah, but grew up in Spokane, Washington.
If it weren't for flips, what would you be doing?
I don't know. Flips are like my life. I do flips every day. Like 6 hours a day. I don't have a job. I'm homeless. I just live on the streets. I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm doing right now, bro. Fishing, work, have a girlfriend.
Dude, that was for later.
Oh shit. That's later in the interview.
Yeah. Wait.
But yeah, I did flips for a good 4 years, I feel like.
In the last interview, you said you wanted to have a hot girlfriend. What is the status of that?
I have a hot girlfriend now. She's beautiful. The love of my life. If you're watching, I love you. Her name's Ashlyn.
What's her social security number? Before yesterday, when was the last time that you did a flip?
2019 probably. Actually, I'll whip out a backflip every now and again. But like real flips, like 2019. So 2019 in Seattle, your house.
Why?
Why what? Why I haven't done flips?
Why has it been since 2019 when we last interviewed you?
Let's see. I landed my dream trick and then I just quit.
Remind us, what was that dream trick of yours?
Trip back, NDB, just stomped it. Just absolutely stomped it. And I just felt content in life. And I was like, okay, I'm getting a little old. I don't want to break my neck. I've had a pretty close friend break his neck, so it kind of spooked me a little bit.
Who are you referring to?
I'm referring to Tower Bounce Peter. Peter Landerholm. But no, like seriously, I landed that trick and then I was like, it's getting a little scary. I can't really do. I don't know. I didn't want to break any bones. People kept breaking shit. People kept breaking their necks. People kept breaking their feet. People kept, breaking their dicks and stuff. And I was just like,
roll the clip.
Breaking their elbows. I mean, I did break my elbow. I did break my elbow back in like 2014. I don't know. I just stopped because of the injury potential. I want to have a life, so.
What did you break your elbow from?
Parkour. I was trying to side flip over this, like, aluminum huge container thing off of a wall, and my foot slipped and I cracked my elbow in half. Let's see. I still have the surgery scar.
Can't really see it. Let's try our best. Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never heard about somebody breaking their elbow. That's
yeah, it was weird. If I had the X-rays, I'd give them to you, but I just don't. That was back in like 2014. So.
Have you sustained any other injuries in the elbow break through parkour and flips?
Gosh, I have to think about it. Not really. I know I have like, I've had like my left shoulder. So I landed on my left arm and my left shoulder. So my left shoulder's always been bad. Like even when I'm at the gym lifting weights, my left shoulder just doesn't like some of the stuff that I do. But other than that, no. I've been pretty careful. I haven't necked a whole lot of stuff. So.
Roll my clip. I don't have it. Were there any tricks that you got injured from that you made a comeback and you successfully did the trick? Or skills that you failed and it took a while for you to come out successful?
I'm trying to think of it. I guess trip back would kind of count. I mean, I worked on that for a long time. Do you remember when I did my first trip back?
Oh, I remember.
It took me like 2 years to land it because I remember you do that trick that you like throw, and then you like only throw it like once every 6 months because it's sketchy for you.
Yeah.
And then and then like, you know, eventually you'll land it. But yeah, it took me a couple years, you know. I'd throw a trip back like once every 6 months, and then when I went to your house, I was first time on the alley-oop, took my alley-oop virginity, and I was just like, oh yeah, let's crank it out. And then I just spammed them. So
What was the feeling of landing your dream trick of trip back landed?
dude, I was pumped. 100p.
Roll Jake's reaction.
Oh, dude, that's such a hype reaction. And then I did 1, 2, 3 in backs at the PNW meetup, NDB, like 1, 2, 3. That was pretty sick. So, but I didn't land that.
When you were in your Gtramp prime, who were the athletes that you looked up to?
Oh boy, all my PNW meetup boys. I gotta shout them. I can't shout them all out, but like Rami and Jackson, I still look up to those kids. I guess they're not kids, but you know what I mean. I still look up to those people. So, just everybody. Thomas, yeah, whole bunch of people. Conrad, I love you, Conrad. Luke, I don't love you as much as I love Conrad.
What was the hardest combo or trick that you did besides trip back?
1, 2, 3 in backs. You know, I wasn't the greatest flipper because I was really cautious. I tried to do like a quad full NDB for the longest time at the PNW meetup. I didn't get to land that. I was super close.
That was a battle, that trick.
That was a battle. I probably threw like 75 sets. I just destroyed my body that day. So maybe I'll come back and get revenge. Maybe I'll get into it.
So sick.
That would be so hype, bro.
Quad full.
Just quad full, dude. That'd be so hype. Maybe I will. We'll see. But I don't know. Other than that, nothing really. You know, back to trip full. It's like super simple stuff for some of you flippers out there, but you know, back in like 2018, it was like pretty good for me.
What were your favorite parts about doing flips?
Adrenaline, and editing probably. The adrenaline and the editing, so.
And the shoes.
Don't expose my shoes, bro. My highlighter shoes.
What age did you start doing flips?
Let's see. I think I was 14.
How old are you now?
21. I did flips from when I was 14 to like I think 18 consistently, and then when I turned 18, I started to get into other stuff and kind of stopped doing flips, and now I regret it because I tried to sesh today and I can't do anything that I used to be able to do.
What do you think the future of Gtramp and flips will look like?
That's a good question. I don't really know. I'm not in touch with the Gtramp community. I'm not up to date with it, so it's definitely like a sport pointed at the younger youth, I feel like, just because like I feel like it's always going to be that way. It's not really going to be, you know, 30-year-old Gtrampers. I mean, everyone that flipped when I used to flip, they've all kind of moved on to their own things, you know, like lifting weights. A lot of them go to that. I don't know. Around like 18 to like 22, I feel like people start to be like, okay, I need to care about my body. So I feel like it's always going to be like that. I don't know if it's going to get super big. I don't think it will. Like predicting, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a big sport. There's always going to be an audience of like younger flippers, and eventually they'll grow out of it, and then it'll just kind of repeat itself. But I think just because it's kind of a sport targeted at that younger audience, I don't think it's going to get, you know, I don't think it's going to be a super big sport. That's my take on it.
What advice do you have for Gtramp athletes that are up and coming?
I would say don't hurt yourself. I think that'd be my main advice, because you can only do this for so long. You can only do this sport for so long. You have the whole rest of your life to live. I'm not saying like don't do crazy stuff, because like do crazy stuff. That's like the hype of the Gtramp community. You know, I threw some stuff way out of my comfort zone at times. But just be really careful. I definitely stuck to more of like ground tricking over trampolining. I definitely like did some trampolining, but I didn't make my focus that, because I knew that there's kind of a higher risk to get hurt there rather than, you know, tricking on the ground. So
What advice do you wish you were told when you got into flips?
I wish that someone had told me to save up a little more money and buy an alley-oop instead of a Tramp Master. I think I would have had so much more fun and improved a lot on the quality of trampoline you get. Because there's the like Tramp Master it's a great trampoline for the price. I think it took me a while to save up for one when I was that young, but because I got my Tramp Master when I was like 14, 15, somewhere around there. But yeah, definitely try to get a good quality trampoline, because, you know, I started with like a Walmart trampoline. You know, you can only do so much on those. And then, you know, you got your next step up trampolines, you got your alley-oop. I would just, if you're like a young kid getting into flips, just save up for that alley-oop. Just like, no matter how long it takes, you're not going to regret it. So if you want to get a Tramp Master, that's cool. I did a bunch of crazy stuff on my Tramp Master. It's a great trampoline, but I would say save up for an alley-oop. They got a great net system too, because the nets that come with the Tramp Masters are not good. So I didn't even put mine up. So
What are your opinions on tower bounce?
Tower bounce, how do I say this family friendly? If you're gonna use tower bounce, you're just a straight up bitch. You're a pussy. Stop using tower bounce. It's cheating. It's like taking steroids at the gym, bro. You're not natty. You're not a natty flipper. You're a fake flipper. So, NDB, NTB all the way. That's the only flippers I respect.
What flippers that you didn't meet do you wish you got a chance to meet?
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. I really back when I was that young, I would like simp for these Instagram flippers, and I'd like DM them. I love you. Like, I love your flips. I'm trying to think of who that was. I love your flips. Please respond to me in my DMs. And then a couple of them would DM me back, and I'd show all my friends. I'd be like, oh my gosh, they DM me back. Look. I know I was definitely a simp for the Flip King. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Hayden
Does
Elliott.
he still? Yeah, Hayden Elliott. Does he still flip?
I believe he does dive now.
Dive. Okay. No, I was like a super big fan of him. Dylan McKnight was my number one. He was like my favorite flipper. So.
Did he ever respond to your countless DMs?
Yes, he did. He followed me too.
All right, pull up the DMs now.
Pull up the DMs now. The simp DMs. No, he did follow me though. He was crazy. He was crazy. I loved him so much. I'm trying to think of who else. I was definitely a simp for Ramy and Jackson.
What are your thoughts on Dylan Flippin' McKnight possibly being an unnatural bodybuilder?
He's not, dude. He's not. I watched all of his YouTube videos. He's not. He's natty. He's natty gang. He's not a fake natty, bro.
What are your goals for the future?
Get married. Buy a house. Buy a BMW that works. His mind's broken. Yeah. Don't buy a 335i with the N54 engine. It's not worth it. You'll have the most fun of your life for a year, and then it'll break. But yeah, that's one of my goals. Buy a BMW that doesn't break.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Hopefully, let's see. Oh boy, I don't know. What did I say last video?
Have a hot girlfriend.
Where do I see myself? Not living in Spokane. I want to live down south somewhere, like Texas. I want to live somewhere where, yeah. So I want to live down south somewhere. I want to have a good job. I want to own a house. So, let's see. What other goals do I have? That's really it.
How do you think social media impacted the Gtramp community?
I think it was good. I think that's one of the best parts of the Gtramp community. Is like getting to like post your progress and stuff. I mean, I'm like looking back at my videos that I made, like, you know, from years and years ago, and I'm like, thank goodness that I like recorded all this stuff and made all these edits, because it's just like a core childhood memory. So I think it's great. I think social media is great, but no downsides. And plus the Gtramp community is really wholesome, I feel like. So,
or especially about 3 to 4 years ago before it fell off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Why did you get into flips? What got you into flips?
Let's see. I was kind of looking for another sport. After soccer, I did soccer for a long time. And then I was looking for another sport. I can't remember what got me into it. I know the last video I remembered. I think I was just watching like parkour videos on YouTube or something. And then I was like, dude, that looks sick. And then I just and then I went to take parkour classes. That's where I met Daddy Neum. Sleepy Ginge.
The one and only.
The one and only. Daddy Neum.
Fallout King.
Yeah. But yeah, I hopped into parkour lessons. I think I just saw it on the internet or something. I can't really remember, but.
How many world's firsts do you have?
Oh, too many to count. Just too many. I have so many. I don't even know. Probably close to 0.
Have you ever flown off your trampoline because it doesn't have a net?
No. Wait, maybe. Maybe like mildly flown off my trampoline once. I was really, really careful. That's what I mean earlier when I was talking about get an alley-oop, because they have a solid net system. My trampoline doesn't have a net, so I didn't really throw anything that I would have the potential of falling off my trampoline, if that makes sense. So, no, I don't remember a time where I fell off my trampoline and I was like, oh, ow. No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how washed up are you?
Level 10. Level 10 washed.
What are your thoughts on young athletes taking anabolic steroids to enhance the Gtramp community?
I can't be straight. I can't have a straight face. What kind of question is that? People don't do that. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Who was the cringiest flipper that you ever encountered?
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna just call somebody out right here. Baby, I'm dope. I don't know how many people still remember that guy. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. Let's see, who else? Luke Flips.
Also known as Luke Snyder. Papa Luke. Daddy.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Luke. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think we're all pretty cringe. We're on a solid level of cringiness, all the flippers.
Who would win in a fight, Luke Snyder or Conrad?
Oh, that's tough. I think my boy Conrad's gonna pull through with the dub. Because the last fight Luke was in, he took a beating to the face and left with a bloody nose. So I have my faith in Conrad.
How many pounds does Luke Snyder weigh?
If I was to guess, how much does a gorilla weigh, do you think?
Do you think Luke will ever get a different job than working at Chick-fil-A?
Still works at Chick-fil-A? Does he still work at Chick-fil-A?
He's a manager.
He is not.
Yeah, he is.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
My boy, hire me. I'm looking for work.
What unpopular opinions do you have?
What unpopular opinions do I have?
Besides Chick-fil-A and chicken sucking.
Let's see. That's a good question. I think everybody over the age of 21 should definitely get their concealed carry permit and own a handgun.
How many guns do you own?
Oh, can we even talk about this? We're gonna trigger some people in the comments. Oh, anime's fire. Okay, try it out. That's one of my unpopular opinions. Demon Slayer, go watch that shit. My buddy got me on anime. I made fun of anime people for forever, but they're better shows than anything I've watched with humans in it. So, and my bitch Lola from Shark Tales is sexy. Those are my unpopular opinions.
Are there any tricks that you didn't accomplish that you wish you did?
Quad full. I think if I got back into, I'm gonna stay away from trampolining. But if I did get back into flips,
Quad full on grass coming soon.
Yeah, definitely some tricks that I let slip through my grasp or quad back. Just because I was too scared. I know I had the height to throw it, but I just couldn't, bro. Quad back and quad full. NDB.
Quads are scary.
Yeah, quads are sketchy, dude. I don't. But it would have been so hype if I just threw a quad at your house. Ugh. What are those really short people? What are they called? Dwarfs? Perfect.
Great interview.
Oh, my butt.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sore is your ass?
Solid 8. Solid 8 out of 10.
Any last words?
Hey, flippers. Hit you with the YouTube outro. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.